It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the AFC North. It's the Browns and the Bengals, and it's coming up next.
Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, there's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 20 carries, 89 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
Escaping the pressure right. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
Now a play fake here on first down. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Williams. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Dayo Odeyingbo in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Second and 20. From the gun, Williams. Under pressure, they got him again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end. This is going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The Browns send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So now the Bengals get ready for their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. And he put it right where it needed to be.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Gordon. This goes out wide from Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The numbers for Mixon last week, 22 carries, 87 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to have it here just past the 25. After that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Browns drive about to get started. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Williams. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Williams' throw pulled in by Schwartz. maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Five yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, caught at the 21. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he had to be pleased at the start of the last drive. The offense was moving, but certainly not pleased at the end result, an interception.
And every team we ever talk to at some point in the conversation, the coach, player, someone talks about, you know, we've got to finish. We've got to finish off drives, finish off the game. There's an example there of not finishing, doing everything right, but not getting the result that you need.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Gordon. Caught on the right side by Adams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, Gordon, throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. To throw on 2nd down, Gordon, past the 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. LaVisca Chenault, 49 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Bengals score. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Let's go.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Williams on 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 7-7, our score after one. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb, and a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. Looking to throw. Williams. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. Williams. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Second and 11 now. From the gun, Williams. And that's incomplete.
Well, to me, there is no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But they'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
But I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Here's Seibert for the Browns field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Seibert's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds. To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On first down, Gordon. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
On second down, here's Mixon. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Gordon. It's caught here by Adams. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Let's go, baby.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Williams. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They go play action here on 1st down.
He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Come on, baby, let's go.
So So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Here we go.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Back to throw. Williams.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They hand off to their big tight end. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Williams toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Seibert able to knock this one through.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. On 3rd down, Gordon dumps it off to Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A handoff, running left, Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Gordon. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Gordon.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're going louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Williams looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Here's Williams to throw on 3rd down. And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it. And on 4th down, honors the punt team sending this one away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gordon. That's taken in by Higgins. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. To throw on 3rd down. Gordon. He'll drop this one down to mix it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll get started over at the Caesar Superdome in New Orleans. And that one getting close to halftime with the Falcons out in front. Jared Goff has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Browns. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Gordon. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues. Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the delay, it's Mixon. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Gordon. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Throwing on first down. Gordon. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. On 1st and 10, Gordon. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on first down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Gordon. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. T. Higgins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 3 yards remain for second down. Off play action. Williams. Got an open man. It's Schwartz. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Williams now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. To throw on second down. Williams throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Back to throw again. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Would have put him in the lead, but hold that thought.
Yeah, the celebration had to stop, didn't it? Because now you're on a real uptick. You're in the lead. Instead, you're still behind. Have to find a way to regroup.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Off the play fake, Gordon. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. From the gun, Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw. Williams. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Jay Tufele breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. And it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now Williams to throw on 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Schwartz. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. So it's his 3rd field goal now with the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
Let's go! Let's go!
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Now this throw caught left side, and they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Not only was it a double move route, it was the dreaded post corner for any defensive back because you think that he's going all the way to the post in a deep route, and then he breaks it off to the corner. That's hard to flip your hips and get there.
Well, he didn't flip him in time. Big play. On 1st down, Gordon. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. 3rd quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Back to throw. Gordon. Connection made with Chenault. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. 2nd down at 4. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Mixon. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. On 2nd and goal, 1 man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Here's Mixon. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. This for a 4th quarter lead. The kick by Bass is good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Cleveland offense making their way out. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Williams throwing on 1st down. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And they'll try the jet sweep here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off play action, Williams. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already. As they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. A give. This is Chubb. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on third down. Now Chubb. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All I thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 3 yards to gain there, second down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Chubb. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Chubb again. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Seibert able to knock this one through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing on first down, Gordon. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Looking to throw on second down. Gordon. And that'll be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Chubb on the counter. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They run it again with Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Chubb. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power, but not a ton to show for it. Here's Williams on third down. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for Cleveland, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.